Okay. Took me a while to get this started up. There was a lot of lagging. But anyways, Ira, come over here. But anyways, we're on to the 11th Colossus. This Colossus' name is Celosia. And I gotta say, this Colossus is probably my least favorite in the game. Hey Clark, hey Connor. But yeah, this upcoming Colossus, hey Jamie, is probably my least favorite in the game. He's probably the worst one to fight and the least stunning to look at. It's one of the smaller colossi in the game. Hey Taylor. I mean, he's still good. Still, all of them. I like all the colossi, but there's some that I just hate fighting more than others, and Celosia is the one I can't stand fighting the most, and you're gonna see why. Yeah, I sure am glad I'm feeling better too. Okay, I would not want anyone to experience the strep throat that I had. Like, I've had strep throat a few times in my life prior to that, but my god, was that bad. That's alright, Connor. I mean, yeah, like I've already said before. Somewhat. They don't have those cell shaded graphics like... This game doesn't have cell shaded graphics like Breath of the Wild does. Great game, by the way. Like, yeah, throughout this sore throat that I had, it was worse than usual. Of course there was blisters everywhere back there, but also along with that, my uvula was swollen beyond belief. Like, there was a few times where I was throwing up and I actually almost coughed up my uvula because it was swelled up so bad. Yeah. I felt my uvula on my tongue throughout that time. Yeah. It was the hardest thing ever for me to talk, eat, you get the idea, and I passed up where Celosia is. Yeah. Yeah, the creative staff in WWE nowadays, they don't know what to do with any of their wrestlers. Especially the ones that have the best potential. I mean, look what happened to Sanity. Yeah, this is also one of my favorite games of all time. It's definitely a lot better than The Last Guardian. As good as the story was in that game, the gameplay itself was horrible. Yeah, I can't believe it myself. Like, I had the PS2 version. I've had it long before I got this version. Before this version even came out, that is. Like, this is WWE logic. The better the potential a wrestler has, the dumber they are about them. That's pretty much what it is. Yeah, the controls were garbage, the AI was garbage. The story was good, though. I'd say... Oh, The Last Guardian overall, when I played it, hey Nicola, it was a mixed bag. It was a mixed bag. Because the story was great, but the gameplay was awful. Alright, finally, we're here. Gotta leave you behind, aggro. Yeah, I heard about that. That makes me so mad. Ricochet is an awesome athlete, and he's got some pretty good character to him as well. It really is a shame. Yeah. I just lost interest in watching any form of wrestling altogether. Like, I have no passion for it anymore. Because as good as NXT is, in my opinion, as much as I loved it, at the end of the day, wrestlers get called up and buried as long as Vince McMahon is still around. Yeah, Impact Wrestling, it used to be awesome when it was called TNA. I mean, back around maybe 2005 to 2006 and 2007, maybe around those times of TNA, they were even more brutal than WWE ever was. But then the company became a complete joke. Yeah. This pandemic is pretty bad. Even though it's being blown out of proportion, it's still, you know, something that should be taken seriously. Yeah, Vince cannot stand anyone who isn't muscular. Alright, there's Celosia. Like I said, I don't care for this Colossus too much. I will. Don't worry. I'm not really concerned about the coronavirus that much anyways. Alright, I gotta get up here, and I gotta have Celosia ram these. Yeah, let someone who's actually smart about booking characters and wrestling matches do the shows or stuff like that. But Vince McMahon won't listen because he's too freaking stubborn. Whoa. I forgot how to pick that stick up. Shh. Man, these controls are different from the PS2 version. I don't remember how to pick the stick up. See, this is what I mean. Yeah. That's what I think right there, Jamie. People are blowing this out of proportion. More people have died from the flu. God, how do you pick the gosh dang stick up again? It's been a while, I'm sorry. Shh. Yeah, like I said, Celosia is a nightmare to fight. The first time you fight him, expect this to happen. I can't give you any suggestions, Josh, because I'm not much of a mobile gamer. Gosh dang. Let's get up here. I know what fears the flames. I know what I have to do to fight Celosia, Dorman. Gosh, dang it. Hey, I'm down with that. I love video game remakes. I mean, just look at this game and Resident Evil 2. Look how good those remakes were. Did Celosia just fall off? Oh good, that gives me time to pick this up. Learn how to, at least. No, not call aggro. Never mind. I forgot what you do to pick up the stick. I'm probably gonna die this first time. My favorite Friday the 13th movie is Friday the 13th Part 6. This is just gonna keep on happening. Until I die. Shh. I'm almost out of health. I have no idea. That time where they said the audience is gonna become is gonna run the show. They didn't mean that. That was a lie. Hey, Hyperpage. I'll have to check that out, Clark. Tremors? I don't think so. That's not how you do it. Finally, it was the R2 button. Gosh, dang. Took me long enough. Stay back. Never mind. Oh, I thought I got put out. I should put it up to the flame again just in case, though. Yeah, it went out. So stay back. You gotta persuade him to move back over to that ledge over there to get him to fall off. I mean, good. Yeah, stay back. I got a fire stick and I'm not free to use it. Yeah, why does he have to fight with that? Like, he can just continue fighting with his old lone wolf shirt. His lone wolf gimmick was good. But his current gimmick with that still the constant Corbin thing, I don't know if that's still going on, but I can't stand that he's wearing that outfit still. Just wear a regular shirt and pants. It's not hard. Ah, man, I didn't jump on him. I had to jump on his back. I missed. Alright, I'm on his back. I gotta get my sword out. Hang on. I gotta put this down. And I gotta once again get on Celosia's back. I'm almost there. There we go, Wander. I stab him. And yeah, stabbing him is work too because he's gonna run around all day and shake constantly. They're seriously getting inducted into the Hall of Fame, Connor? Are you serious? They don't even deserve it. No. One of you should put the time where he only hired Gail Kim in the WWE simply because that there's Asian porn sites on there, Connor. That's one of the worst things he's done. It's definitely in my top 3. God, he won't stop shaking. It's stupid that they're in the Hall of Fame. They suck. They have bland characters and they sucked at wrestling. The only reason that they were pushed at the top is because of who they were sleeping with. That's it. Alright, I gotta get up on this again so I can jump on his back. I lost my grip, so I had to get off. Well, I'm not gonna need that right now. Yeah, at least TNA ain't done her in the Hall of Fame. She's an awesome in-ring performer. Screw Vince McMahon. He is one of the dumbest people on the planet. He makes Patrick Starr look like Albert Einstein. Finally, you got rid of Celosia. Like I said, this Colossus is a nightmare to fight. Yeah, take me back to the temple, Dorman. Pfft, I blame the writing on that part, Jamie. It's bad writing right there. Vince McMahon absolutely loves Baron Corbin, though. I guess this is the reason why. There's something about Baron Corbin that Vince absolutely loves. I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoy Baron Corbin when he had the Lone Wolf gimmick, but his current one is terrible. I think I may come back to Uncharted after playing this game. I think I may. That is, if I can't get my YouTube money right now, I can't get myself a checking account before then, so I can buy The Last of Us Part 2. That is, I played the original The Last of Us on here a long time ago. Maybe I should restream that too. Paris was upon the lake, blah 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 blah. Moving bridge to cross the higher ground. Alright. This next Colossus, number 12, this one's name is Pelageya, or Pelageya. I don't know which way they pronounce it, but I'm gonna go with Pelageya for now. This one is pretty cool. And he's not very tricky to fight. Yeah, I know that. Oh, she has a YouTube channel now? Yeah, I can't wait to bring the Uncharted streams back to life and restream them. Like, those games are some of my favorite games I've ever streamed on here so far. Like, I had an absolute blast with those games. Plus, it's also gonna refresh my mind about the games, because it's been a very long time since I played them. I don't think Kelly is Hall of Fame worthy. Honestly, I didn't really think she was all that good. She didn't have the best character or the best wrestling ability. That's just my opinion, though. I mean, I like Sheamus' new theme song. It's still pretty cool, but his old one is better, in my opinion. I don't know if I should play. Well, if I was, the only God of War game besides the latest one that came out that I streamed a long time ago, the only one that I'm able to stream is God of War 3, because it's the only one that's on the PS4. But I don't know if I should stream that game, though. I love that game, but I don't think I should stream it. There's graphic nudity in that game. Alright, Pelageya's this way. Yeah, the Ruthless Aggression era was the best wrestling era, in my personal opinion. I know some people like the Attitude Era more. Attitude Era is a close second, I gotta say. But the Ruthless Aggression era is where I grew up in. That's the reason why it's a special place in my heart. That's the reason why that one's my favorite. I felt like there was the most freedom at that time, personally. Hey, Ethan. Although there was... I read that too, and that is just the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I mean, his physique is the skinny fat physique. That's the most appealing physique to the ladies? Maybe I'm missing something here. I did read up though, and you know I did read this up that a lot of women actually prefer men who are almost in shape but have a gut to them. You know, because if you're there's a lot of women that say if you're cuddling with a man that has a six-pack abs and is just almost all muscle, it feels like a rock. That makes sense. I never wanted to have six-pack abs anyways. And you know what? Maybe now would be a good time to pray at one of these shrines and save my game. R2 button. I haven't watched Space Jam. Oh wait, no, those restore my health, not save my game. The PS2 version saved the game, but not that one. Alright, now I gotta climb across here. Oh, yeah, the dumb social media posts, I love doing those. Yep. All the greats of the Ruthless Aggression era. Especially Rey Mysterio, he's my all-time favorite wrestler. And Edge and Christian is my favorite tag team of all time. Oh, I loved playing that game. There were some parts where that was agonizing, sure, but it's a great game. Yeah, I hate the slow swimming mechanics. I can't make them faster though. And yeah, that's the only thing that's annoying about this Colossus, is that you have to swim a lot in it. But Pelageya is really cool. Wait till you see him. I'm gonna be honest with you. How to Train Your Dragon is not... It's good, but it's not... I don't think it should be called the best of DreamWorks. Like, I get it, the visuals are very stunning in that movie, but still... Alright, here's Pelageya. I don't think it's the best DreamWorks movie series. Yeah. That really was just an amazing era of wrestling. If you ask me, the King of Spears is Edge. There he is. He doesn't appear all the way out. Half of him stays underwater because he's walking around. This kind of reminds me of Godzilla, I have to say. Alright, so what you have to do is you have to get behind him. It's gonna take some time. Man, I used to watch Smosh Games all the time. And I used to love Smosh Games until Anthony left. As for the entirety of Smosh, which Anthony left, yeah, they're still pretty good, but without Anthony, it's not really the same. Anthony's awesome. I think Shrek was, personally. Kung Fu Panda was good, though. I have to admit, Kung Fu Panda was good. Climb on his back. Yeah, he's gonna shake like all the other Colossi. Would you quit shaking? I like the first one the most, personally. I haven't seen the second one. I gotta be honest with you, I haven't seen the second one. Oh yeah, I watch Team Edge a lot. Even though I prefer Team Edge with Matthias, still. Team Edge is still a really entertaining channel. My favorite Team Edge video of all time, there's two of them. The Beam Boozle Challenge and the Backwards Words Challenge. I've only seen bits and pieces of Sausage Party, and let's just say I'm not proud of what I saw. Especially the last scene. That one was traumatizing. Oh really? Jean-Claude Van Damme was in it? It's the predecessor to The Last Guardian, but it's definitely got better gameplay and a better story. And you gotta hide behind here and wait for him to like jump up and try to look where you are. I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't seen the second Smurfs movie, let me get that out of the way. Alright, here's where you know where to attack Pelageya. First of all, let me get to that later. Frick! Alright, take your time. I gotta do this over again. Sometimes the process is faster if you go underwater, but not much. Alright, I'm on his back. Anyways, on to the Smurfs movies. I gotta be honest with you. I know that it was very critically panned, but I loved the first Smurfs movie. I loved it. I'm just a really... The Smurfs is one of my favorite cartoons ever made. And when I saw it, I was actually 12 years old when I saw it, by the way, but still... I love that movie. I don't care what anyone says about it. I love the voice cast. George Lopez as Grouchy Smurf. Who could beat that? A lot of great voice talents in my opinion. And you have Neil Patrick Harris. Half dead? I don't think so. No, who does that? A lot of people say that the Smurfs movies are horrible, but I like them. Cube? Don't think so. Pelageya, I'm right here. I was trying to do an aggro call to get his attention. I actually never watched Johnny Quest. Like, I've heard of it a lot, actually through Johnny Test, but yeah, I know that wasn't a very good cartoon, but still, that's the only thing that comes to mind every time I hear the cartoon Johnny Quest, which Johnny Test is kind of like almost a copy of that cartoon title, but still, that wasn't a very good cartoon, but I'm just saying. Yeah, that's right. Some people don't have any knowledge about wrestling, like, the wrestlers get hurt. Yeah, usually what they do is choreograph in the ring, but that doesn't mean they don't get hurt. That doesn't mean Rey Mysterio didn't have, like, over 5 surgeries in his left knee. So that's the reason why it's insulting to a lot of wrestling fans to say that wrestling is fake. Even though some wrestling fans still say that. But it insults a lot of fans to say that simply because of the injuries that have occurred with the wrestlers. Like I just talked about with Rey Mysterio, he had to have surgery over 5 times in his left knee due to the stuff that he's done. I've seen bits and pieces of the Angry Birds movie, and it's not bad, in my opinion. My God, you have no idea how bad I think those movies are, Connor. Twilight, one of the worst movie series ever. I feel bad for Rob Pattinson when he had to star in that movie, because he's a good actor. He's a really good actor. Yet they are not the same thing. The only thing that is 100% fake about wrestling is the storylines and the punches and kicks. Oh, and the championships as well. The championships are not really real either. I know a lot of people hate the Diary of a Wimpy Kid movies too. I don't like the third. I don't like The Long Haul or Dog Days, but I actually really like the first one and Roderick Rules. I know people are gonna say I'm silly for liking those 2 movies, but sorry not sorry. There's a lot of movies that I love that everyone else hates. There's a lot of movies that I hate that everyone else loves. Yeah, I get it, I'm on you, and you want to keep shaking to get me off, but it's not gonna happen. Okay, you're gonna die, so I can bring a girl back to life. And yes, those things on his head, by the way, are his teeth. Yeah, his teeth are on the top of his head. Yeah, the characters in the Twilight movies are just so bad. The main character's a terrible role model. She's extremely codependent. Good job, Jamie. Hit the teeth. I've only seen bits and pieces of Night at the Museum, so I don't really have thoughts on that. Matter of fact, Matter of fact, I forgot Night at the Museum existed. Hey, Gaming Ada. No, I don't have Spotify, Clark. My favorite show as a kid to watch? I'd say growing up, my absolute favorite show to watch, I think it was Drake and Josh. Oh, and iCarly too. I've seen Turbo. It's a pretty good movie. Not one of my favorites, but it's pretty good. It's got Samuel L. Jackson. I mean, how could you dislike it completely? Yeah. It's a sad thing it got canceled without a big finale. Because it was a really good show. But thanks to Ariana Grande's bad attitude, I heard, the show got axed. I really don't like Ariana Grande as a person anyways. If this doesn't fricking stop, I'm gonna... No, I haven't. The only thing James Bond that I've really done was play GoldenEye 007. It's a good game, by the way. Even though I don't like first-person games, that game is the only exception. Yeah. It is crazy. $16.80. Is that how much you live, Nicola? I've seen the first one and it cracked me up. Will Ferrell, he almost never ceases to make me laugh. Like, he is one of the funniest guys ever. From the stuff he done on Saturday Night Live, Talladega Nights about Ricky Bobby, Step Brothers, those are funny, funny movies. I've only seen a little bit of Thundermans, and I talked about this in Top 10 Worst Nickelodeon Shows. I hate Henry Danger. I don't think so, because I've never watched any of the other James Bond movies, so... yeah. Oh, let me get my bow out. Let me get his attention. Hey, you stupid Godzilla-looking moron, over here! Finally. Ooh, hope you feel better. 60. Gosh dang! That's impressive, Nicola. Finally. There should only be a couple more times where I have to do this, and this will be over. And yeah, he knocks that over. No, not most of it. Yeah, I know that, Jamie. And Drake Bell's appeared on a few videos on his channel. I think as far as like hard rock and metal music goes, there's still a lot of really good music. But as far as like when it comes to rap music and pop music, yes, it sucks, mostly. There's still some good pop artists and rappers, but not much nowadays. Huh. I gotta say, I think Bruno Mars is one of the very few really good pop stars today. Yep, to me, rap died when Lil Wayne appeared on the scene, actually. Lil Wayne is one of the worst rappers ever. Yeah, Eminem. Eminem is one of the best rappers ever. I mean, there is still some really good rap out today. I mean, you still got great rappers that are still great today, like for example Eminem, or rappers like Young Melee or Ice Cube. Young Melee voiced CJ in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, by the way. Shawn Mendes, I don't really like him. I gotta be honest with you, I never really liked any of his music. I think that's a dumb thing to say personally, Jamie. Yeah, I know you were just kidding. Like, you don't have to be black to be a good rapper. That way, you stupid giant. Welcome back. No, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, thank God, I saved myself. Saliva's good. They sung Bateses. They performed Bateses' theme song, which is one of my favorite theme songs of all time, by the way. Yeah, I noticed that. Was there like an error that occurred when you were playing that? I don't remember. It's been a very long time since I heard that song, so I don't even remember what it sounds like. It is. So is Click Click Boom. Those are good choices. You're coming up with these weird rap questions, Ada. Like, I know that's kind of like what schools would ask nowadays in math class, but still. School systems it's especially in the US here, school systems are horrible. Oh, I hate Drake. Not Drake Bell, Drake the rapper from Canada. I can't stand his music. I mean, he's actually a talented singer. I've heard him sing live. He's talented at singing, but I hate his rapping. I think my favorite Eminem song is... I think Without Me, probably. Yeah, Limp Bizkit is one of the most hated bands ever. I mean, Fred Durst's a douchebag, I know. But I like their music. They're hated by a lot of other metal musicians too, like Zakk Wylde and Corey Taylor. Gosh, they quit shaking, you oaf! Finally! Ed Sheeran's a talented musician and singer, but his music ain't my cup of tea. My top three, my number one is Rolling, my number two is My Way, and my number three is Break Stuff. And finally Pelageya's down. I've heard of that channel, though I know it's run by two really good YouTubers, Markiplier and Crank Gameplays, aka Ethan, but their content just seems too, like, weird to me, so I never really subscribed to it. Though I do love Markiplier and Crank Gameplays, and when they do collaborations, it's awesome. Yeah, I do like Michael Jackson. Man, I really wanted to like Venom, but I can't stand that movie. I remember doing that. Oh yeah, cutscene. I haven't watched him. I haven't heard of him either, actually. These guys right here are patrolling these forbidden lands that we're on. My favorite comedian of all time is Jeff Dunham. I think Jeff Dunham is hilarious. Second favorite is Bo Burnham. He's hilarious as well. Only a little more to go, yeah. I like Maroon 5. Not one of my favorites, but I like them. I like the song Animals. And another one bites the dust. That is very petty. Like, I get it, swearing adds some hilarity to stuff, but it can only go so far. I just hated the story of Venom. It focused more on Eddie and Annie's fallout than Venom itself. The symbiotes, like, it just focused more... Couldn't they have just split up and just not talk to each other ever again. Like, oh my god, it irritated me throughout the entire movie. But anyways, the next Colossus, as you saw, Dorm subscribe. His name is Phalanx, but I'm gonna have to get to him in the next stream. So, post your comments down below, let me know your opinions on this. If you like this video, thumb up, hate this video, thumb it down, and be sure to subscribe to become a member of the JW faction on our journey to 10,000 subscribers. See you later.